Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. This is Madonsela and welcome to Med Academy. I'll be dealing with differentiation of Maths 1. So I'll start doing what? Product rule. So let me remind you of what differentiation. In grade 12, we dealt with that if you are having a coefficient of x to the exponent of n, to differentiate it, you'll say y prime is equals to, you'll multiply your exponent in the what? In your coefficient. So it will be n multiplied by what? By ax to the power n minus what? 1 from your what? From your exponent. So even now, we'll be dealing with the same thing. It's just that we'll be following a certain rule. Going back to law of exponents, if you are having same bases, if you are multiplying same bases, you add the what? The exponents. So you will have 2, you will have a 1 plus what? Plus 2. You will have something like this. So when you speak of product, that's why we'll be doing what? Dealing with multiplication. So if you are having, for example, two functions like this. This is a function, let's say it's u, and this one is what? Is v. To deal with your function using product rule, you'll say y prime is equals to u multiplied by v prime plus v multiplied by what? By u prime. As I said before, that as we are dealing with multiplication, you at some point you have to add what? Your functions. So since we chose x squared as what? As u, and we chose 1 minus 2x as v, we will say let u be equals to x squared. Then I'll differentiate to my what? My u. So I'll say u prime is equals to, when I multiply this, my coefficient is what? Is 1, then my exponent is what? Is 2. So 2 multiplied by 1 is what? Is 2x. Now, from my exponent of 2, I minus 1, I will have what? I will have 1. So that means this is my what? Is my differentiation. For what? For u. Then let's say v is equals to what? 1 minus 2x. So v prime, or the differentiation of v, is equals to, if I differentiate 1, I'll get what? 0. Then now I'm having what? A negative 2x. So when I differentiate a negative 2x, I'll have what? A negative 2. Because my exponent is 1. When I multiply 1 and negative 2, I get negative 2. Then when I subtract 1 from my exponent, I'll get what? 0. I'll get 1. So now, applying my formula, I will say y prime is equals to, I said my u is what? Is x squared. So I'll say x squared. My v prime is what? Is negative 2 multiplied by a negative 2. Plus, then I'm having my what? My v. I said my v is 1 minus 2x multiplied by my what? My u prime. My u prime is what? Is 2x. So now I'm done differentiating. What I have to do is to what? Is to simplify. So to simplify this, I'll say this multiplied by this, I'll have what? A negative 2x squared. Then this multiplied by this, I will have plus 2x. Then this, when I multiply by this, I will have a negative 4x what? Squared. Then, if you could see, here I'm having what? Like terms. Then I can say I'm having 2x minus a negative 6x squared. Then this is my answer. This is the derivative of two functions. Then coming to example number 2. With example number 2, yes, it's big and complicated, but you have to apply the same thing. You have to choose, let's say this is what? Is our v, and this is what? Is our u. You can choose any as your u or as your v, as long as you arrive to the what? To the same answer, or to the correct answer. Now, I'll say I let my u be equals to what? 2x to the power 2 minus what? 1. Then, the derivative of u is equals to this multiplied by this, I'll have what? 4. Then this, I'll have what? X. Then I minus 1 from my exponent, I'll only be left with what? With 1. Then this is, it will give me what? 0. Then I will let v be equals to 2 plus the square root of, 2 plus 2x, the square root of what? Of x. When I derive v, I'll get 2, it will be 0. Then this is the same thing as I'm having 2x to the power 1 over 2. So when I multiply 1 over 2 and 2, I'll get what? 1. So that means I'll be left with what? With x. Then I minus 1 from my what? From my exponent. So that means I'll have what? A negative 1 over 2. So that means the derivative of v is what? Is x to the power negative half. Then, now, I go back to the product rule. I say y prime is equals to u multiplied by v prime plus v multiplied by what? U prime. Then it's equals to, I chose u as what? As 2x to the power 2 minus 1 multiplied by my v prime. Where's my v prime? Is this. So I'll have x to the power negative half plus v. Where's my v? My v is 2 plus 2 the square root of x multiplied by what? By 4x, because it's my what? U prime. So now I come to the what? To the simplification. I will say this and multiply by this. I will say if I'm multiplying 2x to the power 2 multiplied by x to the power negative half. I will say, since I'm having the same basis, I will say 2x. Then now I will say 2 minus what? Half. I will have what? 3 over 2. So that means here I'm having 2x to the power what? 3 over 2. Then this multiplied by 1 and minus x to the power negative 1 over 2 plus, when I multiply this and this, I'll have what? I'll have 8x. Then when I multiply this and that, I'll have, now it's the same thing as I'm having 4x multiplied by 2x to the power negative 1 over 2. So now it's what? It's positive, because I'm having a what? A square root. Here I was having a negative half over, I was having a negative half. So I will say here, I will say this multiplied by this, I will have 8x. 1 plus half, I'll get what? A positive 3 over 2. Then I'll say plus 8x to the power 3 over 2. Then now I'm having what? Like terms. So I can say 8x. This plus this, I'll have plus 10x to the power 3 over 2 minus x to the power negative half. Then my last answer, since with differentiation you shouldn't have a negative exponent, I will say 8x is equal plus 10x to the power 3 over 2 minus, when I take x to the power negative half. I'll be left with what? With 1, and take this part and make it my denominator, and I will have what? X. So this, it will be what? My answer. This is the derivative of what? Of this. This method is called what? Product rule. Is when you are multiplying two functions and you are using a certain rule. I thank you.